Silks. Deepavali vandachu. Sandosham pudusachu. Let the celebrations begin.
I arrived and I've come straight from the airport after garlanding the statue of Rajiv Gandhi, the man who built India's bridge to the 21st century. And now it's a great honor to come to the memorial for the great, the immortal Kamarajar. Kamarajar was somebody who in many ways represents the foundations of what the Congress party is all about. Under his leadership, the enormous strides that we were able to make in the then Madras state towards social justice, rural electrification, increasing development of the state, education, and midday meals in the schools. All of these are contributions on which successive leaders of Tamil Nadu have built after his time. But the foundations were laid by this great man, a very humble man. At the age of 27, he was arrested by the British for participating in the salt satyagraha. He was a great freedom fighter and at the same time a very powerful leader of the Congress party and of course a distinguished president of the party whose memory we honor today in this memorial. I've come here to Chennai as part of my campaign to reach out to delegates of the Congress party throughout the country, seeking through this campaign to both reform and revitalize our party by galvanizing our party workers around a message of change and progress, and at the same time to attract once again the voting public to return to the Congress which they abandoned in the course of the last two elections. The challenge that's posed to us by the BJP must be met with courage and fortitude, but also with imagination. And it's indispensable that we come to find new ways to tackle the enormous threat they represent to the idea of India that was established by our freedom movement and enshrined in our constitution as drafted under the leadership of Dr. Ambedkar and implemented by successive Congress governments starting with the immortal Jawaharlal Nehru. This is the legacy that we must all seek to defend and protect, and in defending it today, we are all here to say we can do better and we can make the Congress party once again a fighting fit political party to take on the challenges of 2024 and beyond. I'd be happy to take your questions.
How's your support in Congress in the election?
Well, I'm getting an enormous amount of feedback from ordinary party workers, the young people, delegates, shall we say, from the next generation, which is very gratifying to me because they are the future and they're also the majority of our country. You all are. You are a young man yourself. 35 years of age or below is 65% of our population. So it is their country. This is a young India. I want Congress to be the party of young India. I want it to represent the aspirations and the dreams and the hopes of young India, just as Rajiv Gandhi attempted to do 40 years ago and succeeded in his initiation of the telecoms revolution and the IT revolution. We too have to now move forward to seize the opportunities available to young India in the third decade of the 21st century. So I'm very happy to have the support of the young people. The seniors in the party, for the most part, have stayed, as it were, with the establishment. But we are open. Today I got a call from a 91-year-old delegate in my state of Kerala saying, I'm not young, but I see you for the future. And he is voting for me. So there are people like that also. I'm not turning away any support. We need young and old, men and women, senior leaders and ordinary workers. We need everyone to join us in this great adventure of making a rejuvenated Congress to lead young India.
So simultaneously,
I know I've been to Chhattisgarh very recently because I went there for the annual convention of the All India Professionals Congress. And I find it very difficult now in such a limited time, where there are only so few days left to go back. But I'm talking to as many people as possible in every state, and I'm hoping to reach everybody through messages. That's the best we can do in a campaign of such a short duration.
as you and Karge are going on in a vigorous campaign, there seems to be a simultaneous campaign by Rahul Gandhi called Bharat Jodo.
But that's a wonderful thing. I marched in the Bharat Jodo Yatra. I'm a huge admirer of the effort that has been undertaken by Rahul Gandhi and by hundreds of young people who are marching with him. We have the so-called Bharat Padayatris who are going all the way from Kanyakumari to Kashmir. And then we have others who are joining for 2 days, 3 days, 10 days, whatever they can spare in their own states. I myself marched for 3 days in Kerala. And I can tell you that the public enthusiasm is incredible. 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, you are seeing literally lakhs of people out there to cheer this on. This is an extraordinary feat that Rahul Gandhi has launched upon, and I'm very glad that though the presidential election is over in 20 days from the beginning to the end, the Bharat Jodo Yatra will go on for 150 days. And this message of the Congress party that we must unite India and we must unitedly fight against the injustices inflicted upon the nation by the present government, that message must be carried on throughout the year.
But BJP is taking it a different way, claiming that no matter who becomes a president, they will only stay as a rubber stamp and Rahul Gandhi is only going to continue. This is how BJP is looking at Bharat Jodo.
Well, I think that the Congress party is what matters, and how the Congress party looks at the Bharat Jodo and how the Congress party looks at this presidency are what matters. We will see what kind of turnout we are going to get in all the PCCs. It's a challenging election for the delegates because there is only one physical location to vote, and that is PCC headquarters. That means that in say Kerala, people from the northern part of the state have to travel hundreds of kilometers to reach Thiruvananthapuram to vote. In Uttar Pradesh, people from the eastern part of the state have to go all the way to Lucknow in order to cast their vote. So it demands a lot of commitment, a lot of passion for the party to make that effort and go to the PCC. I'm still confident that we will see a good turnout. For example, in Maharashtra, I began my campaign in Nagpur. I wanted to go and pay tribute at Diksha Bhumi, where Dr. Ambedkar, as you remember, had his famous moment of conversion in 1956. And then I also went to Wardha on Mahatma Gandhi's birthday and paid homage at Sevagram. But when I met Congress workers in Nagpur, many of them were telling me they were determined to travel to Mumbai on the 17th of October to vote. So these distances are enormous. These are big states. Coming to Chennai from Kanyakumari will not be easy, but people are doing it. People are willing to put the message across. And that shows the commitment of the Congress workers to the Congress party. So I think whatever other parties may say about our election, please see how our party workers behave and how they show their commitment to the party.
Nakkheeran TV க்கு subscribe செய்யுங்கள். உங்கள் ஆதரவே எங்கள் பலம். ஆசிரியர்களுக்கு நண்பனாகவும் மாணவர்களுக்கு ஆசானாகவும் திகழும் தேர்வு வழிகாட்டி. ஒவ்வொரு பாடத்திற்கும் அனுபவமிக்க ஆசிரியர்களின் துல்லியமான தெளிவான விடைகள். CNC இருக்கு, தேர்வு பயம் எதற்கு? இது தீரன் பப்ளிஷிங் ஹவுஸ் விற்பனை வெளியீடு.